Do you know what today is? Of course you know what today is. It's the Nintendo Switch press conference! I'm just as excited as everybody else is right now. Please, Reggie! Please. But you have to look at the facts. I mean, okay, we have people making bingo cards that are like literal, like prediction cards. Here, look, take a look at this. It's a bingo card from Reddit. I mean, we have people like making video after video. Oh, this game's gonna come out, or this game's launching with the Switch. This game's not launching with the Switch. Take a minute and just kind of think about what we've learned so far about the Switch. What is Nintendo actually telling us, or what have they been trying to tell us? A lot of people freak out when they see like a piece of marketing material on the internet. They think, oh, okay, we have to analyze this now. We literally have to break down every piece of this information on this video and try and figure out all the little Easter eggs and the little hidden gems that they left for us. It's not a bad thing, it's not always a bad thing, but they get overworked about it. Look, I went to school for marketing. I have a degree in mass media. I'm not gonna say like I'm an expert at this kind of stuff, but I have a really good idea of how this stuff kind of works. All of the games that Nintendo showed on their marketing reel for their introduction for the Nintendo Switch, that sweet video where we got to see all those young people, all those people ages 20 through 35, let's say, every single game shown in that video is gonna launch with the Switch. And that was always the plan from day one. They just couldn't say it. Maybe it was, you know, a legal thing, maybe it had to do with their investors. We could look to Bethesda with Skyrim and look at how they're handling it. I mean, they don't want to confirm or deny anything, probably because they're waiting for their big moment to unveil it on today, let's say, the Switch presentation day. That video came out right around the time that Skyrim Remastered was coming out for all the systems, not to mention PC as well, so they didn't want to detract sales from there either. But I guarantee you that today we are going to see Breath of the Wild launching with the Switch. We're going to get a brand new Mario, probably the one that everybody's been waiting for, Galaxy Remake or whatever, 3D World, Splatoon. What else was in that video? Okay, so we're going to get that NBA game. We're going to get... Who cares? We're going to get Breath of the Wild. That's the main thing. So I don't think anyone needs to be worried about that. I mean, the game was on Jimmy Fallon, for Christ's sake. It's the only game they've shown on the Switch. So at this point, to think that they're gonna come out there on stage and say, here's our amazing new system, and by the way, half of those games that you saw us actually introduce the system to you with aren't gonna be there on launch day. I mean, it doesn't make any sense from a business standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, or from an ethical standpoint too. I think it's really fun to make predictions. However, one thing is, stop making stupid, obvious predictions, please. I predict that Pokemon Stars will not be shown today at the Switch press conference. Yeah, no sh**. Of course it's not going to be shown today. They don't want to take the magic away from Zelda or Mario or the console itself, for Christ's sake. This thing is big enough on its own. Pokemon is its own engine that will probably be honking away come fall or sometime early next year. That's just how they do things. That's how video games work. That's how entertainment works. That's how that media works. They need to spread it out. If Nintendo came out here and showed us all their tricks today, showed us all their cards up their sleeves, there wouldn't be anything to talk about later. I mean, yeah, sure, they'd be the hottest thing on the planet, and they will be the hottest thing on the planet today. But at the same time, like, they have to have stuff left over for the coming months. It just wouldn't make sense otherwise. Now, another theory that I've been cooking up is Nintendo doesn't necessarily have to abide by the laws or the pricing rules of the console market or by the handheld market that they essentially created. They can swim right in the middle. They can hover right in the middle because they're not a home console and they're not really a portable console either. They're this hybrid thing. So I think what we're ultimately going to end up seeing is that sweet spot right in the middle. Something right between the 3DS and the Wii U. So where's that price point? Like, where does that hit for me? I think it's right at $250. I think the price is definitely going to be $249 $99, and we're only going to see one SKU of this thing. We're not going to see two SKUs. I mean, definitely this thing will have expandable memory card slots, and that's the way you upgrade your Switch. It'll probably have built-in 32 gigabytes of memory. That'll be just enough space for maybe one game and a few indie games, but we do have the option to buy those expandable memory card slots, and I think that's what Nintendo is expecting us to do. I'm pretty sure that we're going to see 32 gigs, 64 gigs, and 128 gigs. Those will be our options, which is why we've seen so many accessories that offer at least 2 slots for memory cards. Nintendo's probably expecting us to be able to swap them in and out at will, unlike the PS Vita where you had to like sign in and out and reformat the whole thing, and it was really complicated. I think there's going to be one SKU, I think it's going to be $249.99, and I think that the way that you will essentially be upgrading your Switch to a pro level console will be by buying that 128 gigabyte memory card, probably a proprietary card. Hopefully not nearly as expensive as the Vita cards were, because those things are still expensive and it's crazy. There's been rumors, there's been hints of Beyond Good and Evil being shown, and I think there's a really good chance of that actually happening. It would be a perfect moment to showcase this game and to say, look, it exists, it's coming, here it is, we're playing it on stage, on the Switch. Everyone would freak out. And Nintendo, they're not dumb, they know this. But what could be just as exciting, I don't want to say more exciting because I know I'm going to piss a lot of people off, but what would be just as exciting as a new Zelda game, a new Mario game? What franchise haven't we seen in, I want to say, over 10 years? I'm talking about a proper release. I'm talking about, of course, Metroid Prime. Now, this is kind of a long shot, but I think it's totally possible. I can see it now. I mean, okay, so the press conference is coming to a close. We've seen amazing games. We've seen the Switch. We've learned the price. We know a little bit more about the specs. But there's just one more thing. Oh yes, there's just one more thing. Boom! Samus Aran, dancers. I'm talking about fireworks. Talking about, you know, Reggie on stage, like strippers, midgets on stilts, the whole thing. A full-on Metroid Prime Switch reveal. If you're like me, you're excited about it, you're crazy about it, and Nintendo knows that. And I really, really, truly believe that unlike Microsoft and unlike Sony, which, by the way, I am a huge fan of both of those guys, so I'm not hating on them at all, but unlike those two other companies, Nintendo has something special. They have our youth. They have the nostalgia factor, and Microsoft and Sony, they're getting close, but they're not Nintendo, and they know that too. And Nintendo knows that too. What I think today is going to be the beginning of Nintendo's comeback. I'm just as excited as everyone else is, and I can't wait to see it, and I'll be watching it right here with you. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Meet me in the comments down below. I'd love to talk to you about some of your predictions, and I'd love to hear about what you thought about my predictions as well. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be an exciting next couple of months. I can't wait to get my hands on the Switch, and I can't wait to make more videos about it, talking to you guys, hearing what you have to say, and covering the beautiful comeback of what is and what will always be Nintendo. It's today. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out a lot of good information from the internets. Please, Reggie!